This is the Boston Celtics news feed on CLNS. Today is Tuesday, August 29th, 2017. This is Mike Walsh reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Celtics. We have finally heard first person from one of the key components to this trade mess between the Boston Celtics and Cleveland Cavaliers Tuesday night. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, who has been near the epicenter of all the potential fallout of a renegotiated or even voided trade, was in touch with former, but maybe not so former, Celtics All-Star Isaiah Thomas. According to Woj, Thomas stated, quote, "I am not damaged. I'll be back and I'll be the same player. There's never been any indication that I wouldn't be back, and there's never been an indication that this is something messing up my career," end quote. Thomas referenced multiple doctors telling him that he would be fine eventually, though maybe not as quickly as he or fans may like. He also discussed briefly the trade being made that would send him to Cleveland and Kyrie Irving to Boston, telling ESPN, quote, "I don't know what the organization is doing. It's out of my control. I just want to talk about what I can control, and I know that this hip won't be a problem in the future," end quote. That was as far as Thomas would go into the entire ordeal of this now hung-up trade, choosing to instead focus entirely on his hip injury and reiterating that it will not affect him long-term. In the story, Wojnarowski also writes that his sources have told him Cleveland is backing off in the renegotiation and will only be seeking a late first-round or second-round pick to get the deal done, not, as previously thought, one of Boston's prized young players or potential lottery picks. ESPN continued stirring the pot with this trade earlier Wednesday as well, when First Take host Max Kellerman ranted about what Boston was already giving up. Stephen A. Smith fed the flames by bringing up Anthony Davis as another down-the-line option, to which Kellerman responded, quote, "What the trade demonstrates is that Boston has a surplus of tradable assets that could land many players around the league. Basically, any player who is available in the NBA, Boston is likely to offer that team the best deal," end quote. Kellerman harped on the Celtics being the ones with more leverage in this situation. Finally, former Cavs GM David Griffin made an appearance on Sirius XM NBA Radio Wednesday and gave his 2 cents to the Above the Rim listeners. Griffin praised his successor Kobe Altman for getting the deal done and doesn't think at all that it will fall through. He believes regardless of Thomas's health, the Cavs got fair value and ultimately things will remain as they are. Remember guys, both teams have until Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to approve of physicals of all the players involved in the trade, so stay tuned to the Celtics newsfeed on Stitcher, iTunes, and the CLNS Media Network's mobile podcast app. We will have breaking news as soon as this trade is finalized or voided. Fantasy football fans, the wait is nearly over. Football is back, and that means FanDuel is back as well. FanDuel is fantasy football for the everyday fan with new contests starting every week. You guys can avoid those busted up seasons and sign up today. Go to FanDuel.com, click the Join Now button, and use our code CelticsBeat. Over 2.5 million players have won a cash prize playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. The Celtics Beat Listener League will begin with Week 1 of the NFL season. Join now by going to FanDuel.com/CelticsBeat and start competing against your favorite or your least favorite CLNS personalities. Try FanDuel for free with no deposit required. Visit FanDuel.com to claim your free contest and play for a share of $10,000. Just sign up using promo code CelticsBeat. That's FanDuel.com, promo code CelticsBeat. Void where prohibited. Las Vegas is prepping for a wild year of betting after an incredible NBA offseason this summer, and ESPN's Ben Fox released the over-unders for all 30 teams Wednesday as relayed by the Westgate Las Vegas Superbook. With the Kyrie-Isaiah swap still up in the air, these numbers could change, but as of now, Vegas likes the Celtics as the East's top regular season squad, setting their over-under at a conference-high 56.5 wins. Cleveland's 53.5 is the only other East team over 50. Toronto at 48.5 is third. In the West, there are 4 teams with over-unders over 50, led obviously by Golden State's gargantuan 67.5 mark. Houston at 55.5 and San Antonio at 54.5 are next, both in the Southwest Division, while the Oklahoma City Thunder are also clocking in high at 51.5 wins. For what it's worth, considering the picks at stake in this trade, the Brooklyn Nets over-under is set at 28.5. As we gear up for the 2017 NBA season, the Celtics newsfeed is looking for new contributors to join our team. If you're interested in joining the rapidly expanding CLNS Media Network, contact me at CLNS_Walsh on Twitter and we'll get you started on some sample content. Until next time, guys, follow CLNS on Twitter and subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed, both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network's mobile podcast app. This has been Mike Walsh for Celtics Newsfeed.